Hi, this is Jamie Gorton with Gorton Law, located in Malden, Massachusetts, here with a special presentation for you, how to file your immigration case without being afraid of getting rejected. So what do we mean by rejection? Rejection is when immigration opens up the envelope from you, looks at the application that's inside, compares it to what they need to accept the case, and then they say, no, thank you. We're not cashing your check. We're not opening a file for you, and we're not saving your place in line. We're mailing it back. So mission totally unsuccessful. So how do you file an immigration case without it being afraid of getting it rejected? So the number one hint is to pay the fee. Did you pay the fee? This is the US government we're talking about, and they don't make change, and they don't ask for follow-up payments, and they don't extend you credit. They will mail the application back with a letter saying that you owe them an extra $30 and that you need to try again. Here at my office, we do not allow people to send personal checks to USCIS. For whatever reason, USCIS will wait until the one day where you're not able to cover that check, and they will bounce it. Instead, at my office, we recommend people who file on their own to get money orders, or even better, a certified check or a teller's check from their bank. This way the funding is secured, and it greatly reduces the risk that USCIS rejects the application due to unpaid fees. And remember to check the fees required for the type of case on the USCIS website. Your second tip on how to avoid rejection is to complete all the pages. You need to make sure that all of the answers are complete. For a while, at different times in history, USCIS would reject cases if you did not fill in every single blank. So a lot of attorneys and a lot of paralegals spent a lot of late nights filling in the letters N/A for not applicable on all sorts of blank fields on immigration forms. USCIS has promised us that they will stop doing that, but old habits die hard. It's something to be aware of. This way, you're giving them a complete set of all information, so USCIS can make sure that you're going to be classified in the right category, and that they've given that you have given them all of the information that they need to make a decision. The third tip on how to file your case without being afraid of rejection is to count the pages. Every day, thousands of applications get mailed to USCIS, and every day someone's application gets rejected because they forgot to turn in page 13 of 18 or what have you. Right? Maybe it's in the copy machine. Maybe it fell out of the printer tray. Maybe the cat got it. Who knows? But it's a hard lesson to learn. We always take our counter and we count through every page before we mail them out of our office. A related tip is to always check the edition date of the forms. USCIS loves to change the forms for very, very small or sometimes completely cosmetic reasons. And if you go to the USCIS website, you will see that the correct edition date for any given form will be published there, and it's worth double checking. Even if we've done it 3 times already that day, our office always checks the edition date as part of our quality control before it leaves our office. Our fifth tip is that you should file on paper. USCIS has spent millions of dollars working towards a digital system, and as an attorney who has been filing these applications for people for many years, I will say that we file all of ours on paper. Yes, certain forms allow for electronic filing, but you're going to need to mail in evidence in certain cases anyway. So if you're already mailing paperwork, why Why bother? And also, we just like to have the information on black and white, a perfect copy of what immigration received without worrying about typing errors or transcription. We know exactly what was sent. And so our sixth point is to include all mandatory evidence. And mandatory evidence is, by definition, the evidence that you must submit to USCIS or else they reject the application. And so what is the mandatory evidence? As always, anyone who is trying to file an immigration application on their own must carefully review the official instructions published by USCIS. For example, the instructions for a green card application are right here. It's 43 pages long in the 2022 edition. Excuse me, the March 29th, 2021 edition. So somewhere in this 43-page long instruction guide, there's going to be a section on what evidence you must file with this type of case for the type of category that you are under. And so, for example, it would be mandatory to turn in certain cases, it would be mandatory to turn in a copy of your birth certificate or an identity document. And if you do not include the identity document, the application could very easily be mailed back to you. No second chances, no letters from immigration letting you know that they're missing something. It is an incomplete application and it gets rejected and sent back to you. So what is the difference between mandatory evidence and what lawyers call secondary evidence? Well, this is where a consultation with a qualified attorney should come in, because just because there's evidence listed inside of the instruction guide, that may not be enough evidence for USCIS to make the decision that they need to make on their case. Here in our office, we try to live by the mantra of we make it easy for the officer to say yes. And we know what types of secondary evidence are very helpful to make sure that happens. For example, if you're applying for a fiancé, it would be mandatory to turn in proof of your in-person visit over the last 2 years. For example, plane tickets and passport stamps. Secondary evidence would include all of the photographs that you took with each other during that trip to prove that you did get together, you did have fun, you did go to the beach, you did meet her parents or his parents, everything like that. This is where expertise and experience really comes through and really matters in preparing immigration applications, because those are the things that are not necessarily listed in the official instructions. At our office, we give every client a customized, personalized wish list of evidence that we would like to receive in order to best increase the chances of a successful case and a USCIS approval at the end of the process. Thank you very much for... I've gone offline. Thank you very much for joining us for this special presentation. If you're interested in more information, please stay tuned for more from our office, additional helpful hints, and additional helpful guides for consumers who need to negotiate the very complicated world of applying for, and in many cases, hiring an attorney to assist with immigration applications. I'm Jamie Gorton from Gorton Law. We're based outside of Malden, 10 minutes north of Boston, serving clients around the world. Thank you very much. I hope to talk to you soon.